Today is July 13th, 2024, which happens to also be my 27th birthday. I think this is my first birthday where I actually feel like I'm getting older. Now, there are quite a few reasons why I would feel this way, but I think I'm ready for something to change. I'm just not sure what that is. Lately, I made the decision that I wanted to switch back from using my iPad for notes to physical paper. I'm not sure what it is about using a notebook. It just makes me feel like I'm actually creating something and not just writing something down that will be lost in an endless void of nothingness. I feel like I've been doing that with my hobbies a lot though lately. Like, I've been starting to read manga again, and I've been watching anime, trying to watch more movies, and just spend more time engulfing myself with media a little bit more than I have over the last, say, year. This also includes finally, after probably a couple years of not playing my guitar, picking it back up again and just seeing what I can create. Over about the last 6 months, I would say YouTube is the only thing that's really kept me going in terms of my creative self. So a few days ago, when I was in the city and I didn't have to work, I decided to walk down to the Point, which is Point State Park if you don't know Pittsburgh. And I just kind of walked around and I shot some video and I just explored and had a nice day, listened to music, popped my headphones in, and I mean, it's something that I haven't really done since I lived in Pittsburgh almost 4 years ago now. But again, I just kind of brought myself back to the idea that it felt different. The question I keep asking myself is, how can I continually get better at YouTube or being creative or making films or whatever you want to call it, but also stay true to myself? I mean, considering today's the day I turn 27, how much time do I really have left before I have to hang up my cape and no longer try to push myself to make these things? Like, at what day do I look myself in the mirror and go, today is the day that I give up on my dreams?
Hello everybody, I'm Tanner.
Oh, and I'm Lucas.
And we're doing the Bean Boozled Challenge. I guess we're getting right into it.
Over the last 9 years, I would say YouTube has been probably the most consistent thing in my life. It's not only allowed me to just be creative and do the things that I can't do otherwise, but it's also brought me some of my best friends in the entire world. Being a full-time creator is something I've always wanted, but I'm not really sure what that means to me anymore. I thought I used to have somewhat of an idea what this meant to me, but now I have no idea. Suddenly, it felt like YouTube had become a place that I only cared about my numbers and how big I was getting and if my next video would do better than the video before it. I stopped caring so much about the craft I was putting into the videos, and I was just thinking about how I could make a bigger project to reach more people so that I could finally take that next step to become a full-time creator. Why do I feel like my only goal on YouTube is to appease the algorithm? I already tried recording this video, but after watching it back and doing some of the editing, I just realized how boring and predictable it actually was. I feel like I got in this trap where I felt like I had to make a video every single week to appease the algorithm or do something that YouTube would deem good so that it would start pushing my videos more. And while I was recording the first iteration of this video, I realized that I was just pushing myself back down this slow kind of like alleyway towards doing videos in a way that I just didn't want to do them. As someone who's been making YouTube videos for a long time, once you start to snowball towards what will make the algorithm happy, it's really difficult to stop doing those things. You see one video do really well, then you think, okay, well, how can I replicate this in another video? And it just never ends. I ended up just over-explaining every little detail about my YouTube journey and all of these stupid little things that no one was going to care about except for me, and the video was just boring. I just can't keep making videos to appease this algorithm that I don't even know how to appease in the first place. I need to challenge myself and have fun and give myself a real reason to go and pick up a camera. I'm just tired of feeling like I make things for other people and not for myself. But this video is supposed to be about my birthday and growing older, so let's get back to talking about that. If I'm being completely honest, I don't really like my birthday. This uneasy feeling about getting older started a couple years ago when I realized there were less and less people who were reaching out to me every year, and I was losing my friendships that I had made all throughout high school and college. I guess the best way to look at it is that maybe they weren't meant to be in my life forever and that they were only a friend that I was supposed to have for a certain amount of time, but that doesn't mean it doesn't suck to lose friendships or to grow apart with someone. But I also feel like that's why I'm so grateful for the people I do have in my life that I spend time talking with and that are still here even at my 27th birthday. The list is admittedly much smaller than I wish it was, but I want to make sure that I can spend my time wisely and just show all of the people that I do love how much I do love them. I want to use my creativity to prop them up in any way I can and just use my skills and the things I've learned to just share the wealth and have fun with the people who I deem to be my friend. Losing friends is definitely something that's going to happen throughout my entire life, but I'm hoping that as I get older, I'll lose less and less of the people that I really want to be close with. I feel like I've been dreading my 27th birthday far more than I've dreaded any birthday before this one. It's kind of like it's been a ticking time bomb in my life, and when it hits, I have to give up on my dreams and just live for other people and not myself anymore. It's like making videos and just becoming bigger than the person that helps everyone else's dreams come true is slipping out of my reach one day at a time. But I can't let that happen. I can't let myself just give up on every dream I've ever had in my entire life. If I only get one life, I can't live it for anything but the things that make me happy. Like I mentioned earlier, I recently got back into reading manga, and with that, I've been trying to read this book called Look Back for quite a long time now. If you know anything about the manga scene, Look Back was written and drawn by Tatsuki Fujimoto, who actually also wrote Chainsaw Man. I think Look Back's depiction of the main character's creative journey and just how they channel loss into their work is so relatable to anyone who sees themselves as an artist. Right after I finished reading Look Back, I thought I would write something down in my journal that was meaningful to me so I could look back on it in the future, and I wanted to share that with you today. I've spent my whole life creating, and with that, I've also spent a lot of that time comparing myself and my work to others. Look Back is a very real look into the life of an artist or creative. The journey you take is always easier with friends, but ultimately, the things you decide to create are only up to you and you alone. You can find inspiration in anything, but unless you're looking for it, it's going to be pretty hard to find. Look Back is incredible, and if you create anything, you should absolutely read it. The creative journey is different for everyone, but I think for me, it feels like I'm only just getting started. My outros for my YouTube videos are usually pretty long, and I'm gonna try my best to keep this short-winded, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So if you would have told my 17 or 18-year-old self that by the age of 27, I would still be making videos, I probably would have agreed with you, but I also probably would have thought I would have been a little bit more famous than I am now, but you know, it's 9 years later since I started making these videos, and of course today I turned 27, so how do I feel? What is this journey, and what am I really trying to accomplish on YouTube? Because I think that I just want to give myself a goal or something that I'm trying to accomplish with what we're doing on this channel, specifically moving past the vlogs that I was doing weekly before this. I think I care a lot less now about being famous than I did even a couple years ago. With the start of Knapp Media, I think I really wanted to try and channel my creativity and channel who I am as a person a little bit more. And so I've been trying pretty hard to push myself to care less about being judged for the things that I want to do, and just care less about becoming some famous person on the internet that everybody wants to look up to or wants to become. I really want to use this channel and the videos that I create to just have fun and to push myself to make cool things, and I think that's really where I am creatively and mentally in this space. So I'm not sure where we're going to be at the end of 2024 or where I'm going to be at the beginning of 2025, but today marks a new chapter in my life since I turned 27, and so I'm looking forward to seeing where we go together as a group. So here's to the next journey. Not sure where it's going to be or where it's going to take us, but hope you're ready to come along for the ride, because it should be fun.
We can go anywhere, even if there's nothing there. I don't really care. Even if I wouldn't, I trust you.